Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the My Wrong Opinion podcast, where my opinion is wrong. I might be wrong, but I will fight like I'm right. Today, we're going to watch a video that's really annoying. We're going to watch the video. I'm going to react to the video, and we're just going to kind of go from there. Not really going to do a good job of trying to explain what the video is, so we're just going to go right into it. I only watched it once, and I didn't watch the whole thing. So I actually forget most of what was said on it. All I remember is the feeling. And all I can say is if I feel the way I felt the first time I watched it, this might be another mask off moment. I'll just put it that way. Full disclaimer, I am not red pill. I am not red pill. Alright, let's go ahead. Alright, let's switch it over. And here we go.
And if it...
Okay, so let me make sure my levels are good first. Move it down a little bit. Stop audio. There we go.
Is somebody that you meet on the street in Vegas, doesn't matter if it's a very attractive man or a homeless person, don't touch me.
Okay, so this channel, it's called It's Complicated channel. This was in March of 2022. This was back when Kevin Samuels was still alive. Kevin Samuels and another red pill guy. I can't remember his name. I think it's mediocre something reviews. They're collabing with this It's Complicated guy. What he does is he goes on the street and he just does street interviews and like asks specific questions, and you know the trend continues. And I honestly don't remember what this woman said. We're just gonna move from this point forward. There's about 20 minutes left in the video. We'll see where we go from here.
So I don't know if you remember this, but when we first had the conversation, I did touch you on your elbow when I wanted to say, can we have a conversation about that?
That's the mediocre something review guy.
Uh-oh! So there goes the whole argument. So if I was a homeless person and I did that, you're like, oh, you're running away from me, right? So can we call BS on some of the arguments that you guys placed forward as to say that you wouldn't treat it differently if it wasn't me versus a homeless person? But I did touch her. Break the touch barrier. You said something?
That is terrible advice. Let me just say that. That is not good advice. I mean, I guess if you kind of like are able to read the situation, but even then you're running a huge risk. But I mean, I guess kind of what the lady said. I mean, it just depends on if you're attractive enough. They might let you do it. But that's a dangerous way to go. Because what happens if you're wrong? You know what I mean? It's just not good advice. I'll just say that. It's not good advice. I get what they're saying, but at the same time, like, nah. You shouldn't put yourself in that position, only because things can get kind of crazy. And if you guys remember a couple of pods ago, like, there's nothing stopping like that woman from lying on you. So yeah, just don't do that.
Yes, I don't like that.
So I just chose correctly?
I guess so.
All right, hey guys, so we're going to show you a meme right here. We just want your thoughts regarding the meme, all right? So you'll see 16 to 30, I don't need no men. 31 to 36.
Hey, what is that saying? They're looking at this little meme right here. So it's saying, oh my gosh, I didn't even see this. What is this? Oh no.
Where did all the good men? Where are all the good men? 37 to 45. I'm still young. 46 to death. I made a mistake. Last words. I blame men. Any thoughts regarding this meme?
That's right. You blame men all ages through.
Now I remember why I was mad. Oh no. I hope this doesn't go the way I think it will. This sounds like this is gonna make me upset. Cause I think I remember I think I remember this lady right here, and she was saying some real off the wall stuff. I really hope. And of course, they gotta be black. Like, why? Why? Oh my gosh. First off, let me just say this, okay? So I do remember this guy's videos. Unfortunately, and this is some of the problem that I have. Well, I shouldn't say it's a problem, but it's one of the things that I've always noticed about these types of videos. They never really. Well, I take that back. Actually, I'm not gonna say it for this guy because this guy actually asks people of different type of knowledge bases. But sometimes with these red pill folk, they don't typically go for like talking with women that have like the ability to engage in intellectual discourse. What they're often doing is they're going after. Let me make sure I'm still okay. Good. What they're going after are like women. I hate to say it, but women kind of like this. You know what I mean? And my guess is that in their mindset, this is how the average woman thinks. But what ends up happening is it represents women in a way that I think is not actually accurate with the way that most women think, and it continues to perpetuate the unfortunate narrative that men in this specific community typically think that all women think like this, and I don't buy it. I think a good amount do. I'm not gonna lie. I think a good amount do, but I think even amongst that group of people, they would be able to at least somewhat have a conversation about it. But this is going to give me a headache already. I can already feel it. I kind of don't want to keep going. But content.
Yeah, they need to switch the ages from 3 to death.
So why is it always men's fault? Let's get in there. Let's talk about it.
Because it's always your fault and y'all should take responsibility.
She's not serious. Come on. She's not serious. I'm hoping she's not serious. There's no way she's serious. There's no way she's serious. They paid these women. Where's the check? Where's the check? They paid these women to say this trash. There is no way she thinks that. That is a meme. That is a freaking meme. There's no way she thinks that. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I'm fighting against what I know is true, but I choose to believe that it's not true. There's no way this woman thinks that. Oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't think that. Because if she thinks that, that's like, oh my gosh, that's going to make me mad, bro. That's going to make me mad. Oh my gosh. I should not have done this.
So you're saying men are not accountable for their actions?
No, not at all.
Are you guys single in a relationship?
Both.
What?
Oh! Alright, I'm gonna go back in case y'all missed it.
And y'all should take responsibility.
Get in there.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's always your fault and y'all should take responsibility.
So you're saying men are not accountable for their actions?
No, not at all.
Are you guys single in a relationship?
Both.
What?
Give me a break. Come on, bro. Come on. And I'm still not holding out that this might be a lie. But come on. Like, for real? You gonna say men gotta take responsibility, but you won't even admit that you're in a relationship? Can you give me a break, dog? Like, at some point, we gotta get off of our... Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. It's just the lack of accountability, the deflection of responsibility. It's men's fault that I haven't been in a relationship, but in the same time, I can't commit to... When a man is asking me if I'm in a relationship, I can't even give you a straight answer. That is the wildest thing in the world, man.
What? Is it complicated? Oh, that's the name of the channel. It's complicated?
Yeah.
So you're single and in a relationship?
Yeah.
So
What is
that
that?
a little bit confusing? So, okay. So let's say I wanted to date you and you said...
Like, do you hear the loading screen in that dude's head? Like, as he's talking? Like, I just... Dude, that's so frustrating, bro. And the thing that's even more frustrating is that I'm sure there's plenty of relationships out there that function like that. That is so weird. That is so weird. And like she said earlier that she agrees with that meme, that terrible meme. She agrees with it, right? Y'all need to take responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. and then says at the same time, I'm single and in a relationship. Like, that just sounds stupid. These people sound stupid.
It depends on the day. So if it's maybe
What the fuck does that mean? It depends on the day. What does that mean? Do you guys remember a couple days ago when I talked about the Kevin Samuels podcast, when I was talking about, like, what do people even want in relationships? This, I remember exactly, is what I was talking about. Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. What do you mean it depends on the day? Are you with the nigga or not? Like, are you with him or not? Why are we over here trying to portray, like, these unrealistic expectations of relationship where, like, you can be together with somebody and at the same time, like, how, like, it's, oh my gosh, it's like, this is double-mindedness on its face right here. When the Bible talks about, like, what did it say? Man, like a double-mindedness, and a man who is double-minded is unstable in all of his ways. Like, there's no stability in this home. Again, I'm judging. I am judging. I'm not gonna lie. I'm full out judging right now because I'm still looking for the check. I'm still looking for the check in their hands because I don't think that these women are real. I'm hoping that they're not. I really do hope that they're not. Oh my gosh. Because that's just a headache, bro. She just said it depends on the day. What does that mean? You know what that means to me? You don't take responsibility for your actions. Like, you can't. If it depends on the day, that means that I don't adopt the idea of commitment in relationship, and I am allowing myself to be free to do whatever I want whenever I want to do it. I'm not going to commit to the idea of making a relationship work. I'm going to be in it for a convenience, and when it's no longer convenient for me, I'm out. Uncomfortable statistic: the people that file for divorce most out of a marriage are women. And we might look it up because that might not be true now, but for a good portion of time there, most of the majorities were filed by women, and I guarantee you that freaking dumb mindset is the reason why those things happen. On top of other things, I'm sure. But you can't deny it. Like, this woman right here, oh Lord. Lord help me today.
it be Monday through Thursday, I'm in a relationship. Friday through Sunday, I am single.
What? What is... I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all ain't about to make me up in here losing brain cells listening to these idiots talk about this, man. You ain't doing it. Not today. Not today. We're done. We're not done. I'm going to keep watching. But that is, dude, that's dumb. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I'm in a relationship Monday. You know what I'm saying? You know how this completely validates what I just said? This woman has no idea of commitment. She has no idea what that means. She has no idea what that means. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And guess what? It lines up with homegirl over here saying I'm single and I'm in a relationship at the same time. Y'all can miss me with this nonsense, bro.
Is that my...
Look at her. She nodding. She nodding with that. She agrees with her. If you don't get out of here, man, develop some skills. Develop some skills. Sorry.
Joyce, do you want to just be in a relationship?
It depends on the person. If you take me to a relationship mode, I would be in that, but having nobody got me there.
What does that
I've
mean?
been in a relationship twice my whole life.
Is it fun being...
That's a lie. I'm just going to call it. That is a lie. I take it back. In her mind, what an idea of a relationship is, I actually believe that. I take it back. Her idea of a relationship, I guarantee you, that's exactly what she means. I believe her. She's only been in 2. Because if she's in a relationship Monday through Thursday, I believe she's only been in 2. Yeah, okay. God. Oh, Lord, please.
both as being single and in a relationship at the same time? Like what value does that provide?
It's exciting because you never.
That is the stupidest mindset. How is instability? Like, you guys don't understand what you're saying. It's exciting. What she really means is that it's chaotic, toxic, and unstable. And for some reason, this idiot thinks that that's an appealing aspect of a relationship. I hope you guys out there understand, relationships are supposed to be stable. They're supposed to be stable. They're supposed to be supportive. They're supposed to be healthy. The idea that we can be in something and not be in something, that double-minded, unstable mindset, and you think that's exciting. This is the stupidest thing I have heard today. I take it back. This is the second stupidest thing I've heard today. Because unfortunately I work in human services and I come across a lot of mindsets like this all the time. I mean, I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. 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 This woman is an idiot. And I got no problem saying that. She an idiot for thinking that way. I don't care how old she is. I don't care how old she is. I don't care if they're in Vegas. I don't care. That's stupid. Exciting. Get the... No wonder... Golly. These are the women... I'm just going to say it. I ain't even going to hold back. The mask will be off. It's off already and it's staying off. These are the type of women that raise terrible children. I'm going to say that today, and I'm going to stand by that until someone shows me different. This is the type of woman that will raise a kid with no idea of what it means to be in a healthy relationship. They're going to grow up bankrupting all of their humanity for the sake of pursuit of whatever the heck this woman's talking about. Going to destroy relationships. And at the end of the day, they're not going to know what it's like to be in a healthy household because this stupid woman thinks that that's what life is like. That's the excitement. She's going to teach that kid to chase after excitement. And unfortunately, I also blame the man who will one day make a child with this woman. Because he sees this and still says, I want to smash. Guess why? Because this woman's attractive. And it goes back to what I said before. We have got, as men, please, we have got to do better than this. We have got to do better than this. And if she's getting paid to say this, that's even worse. Because then that means that she's bankrupting her morals for a check. And that still validates what I just said. There are people out there that got no problems making themselves look this foolish for the sake of money. And that's a person that should not be raising children. Controversial. She should not be raising kids. And I hope she doesn't have one. I know. Damon be going off sometimes. Y'all know it. Y'all know Damon will be saying stuff like that. But I stand by that. Unless she matures, gets her mind right, and starts understanding that all this chaotic bull crap that she keeps saying is exciting isn't what it really is, and actually starts fighting for stability in her relationships, I don't want this woman raising any children. Now look at me, I'm just some guy, you know what I mean? Like, who am I to deny somebody their right to have a child? But yeah. I hope there's 20 minutes of this. This is gonna get worse. Dog, we're only 4 minutes in. Oh no. I can't. Oh no. This is gonna make me so upset. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean when I say men and women are effing up? Because the dumb men that get themselves entangled up with women like this, and the women that think this way, it's a recipe for disaster. And like I said, unfortunately, it's us. Again, it's us. And it shouldn't be us. But it is us. Golly, bro.
We know what's going on. You don't know.
I like to be in a relationship. I'm a cuddle buddy, but I just can't
That's a lie.
cuddle with anybody. We gotta have the same vibe.
Isn't that called friends with benefits?
It's called a cuddle buddy.
So
Relationship, that's what I'm gonna cuddle with, but
So let me try to restate a question. So do you think it's more beneficial to have friends with benefits or to be in a relationship with someone that you actually bang and vibe with?
I don't know.
I'm not a prophet, but when I'm right, oh boy, I'm on the money. I knew that this woman was gonna say that. I predicted this like 3 seconds ago. This woman don't know what it. Oh my god. This woman don't know what relationships are, bro. She doesn't know what they're meant for. She doesn't. I don't know what type of goals this woman has, if she has any goals. I don't know what aspirations she has. I don't know what she's fighting for in life. And look. I know I'm coming off extremely judgmental right now. And I am. And I'll own that. But what I need y'all to understand is that I don't think that she's less valuable as a person. It's because I think that she has value as a person, which is why I'm so upset with the way that she thinks. And unfortunately, I have to use her as an example because I'm trying to help people understand that this mindset is what's destroying our community. She's not the reason our community is falling apart. It's the mindset that at some point somebody preached one day and we all just accepted it, and it's been destroying our relationships left, right, and center. Y'all, when the statistics keep showing that we are disproportionately having the most amount of single parent households, we may not have the single numerically, but disproportionately, we're almost 3 out of 4 homes. And you guys don't think that this mindset is what leads to that? How many views this got? It's got 300,000 views, y'all. 23,000 likes. You're going to tell me that this mindset doesn't lead to the divorce rates that we have, the broken homes that we have? And keep in mind, the statistics show it clearly. Children that grow up in fatherless homes, 7 times more likely to have a child out of wedlock. I think 3 times more likely to grow up in poverty. Oh, doggone, I had these memorized too. They're more likely to become a criminal. They do poorer in schools. The trend just falls down. And keep in mind, even if it was a single father household, they do a little bit better in single father households. But the truth of the matter still remains the same, that when both parents are in the home, stable, healthy, and the child's growing up in that environment, they do significantly better than either parent by themselves. It's just, oh my gosh, bro. Now I remember why I saved this video. I'm pretty sure I probably got to like, I can't even remember where I stopped. I couldn't finish the video. I just couldn't do it because I was just baffled at how these grown women can think this way. And some of y'all know women like this and continue to let them just think this stupid thinking. I just don't, y'all gotta tighten up, bro. I gotta tighten up too. I'm pretty sure I probably know somebody like this. And I gotta challenge myself. Guy or girl. Like, come on, y'all. This is bugging. This is busted. This is dusty. This is crap. This is a mess, bro.
It's like, it'd be cool to be in a relationship when it's your person. And y'all click and y'all, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
So,
like, other than that, it's not.
So you guys think it's
What?
men's fault why you are single and in a relationship at the same time?
Yeah, most of the time me and my man was breaking up because I heard some stuff about him from other people, so we'll be
What?
broken up, but then I love him, so I go back.
Okay, wait. Actually, I'm gonna take it back a couple steps. Hold on.
Other than that, it's not.
Hold on.
It's,
Someone that you actually bang and vibe with.
I don't know. It's like, it'd be cool to be in a relationship when it's your person. And y'all click and y'all, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
So-
like, other than that, it's not.
So
Okay, so I might have been too quick in that moment. I stand by everything I just said about that type of mindset. Had she not said what she just said after that, it sounds like what I'm hearing her say, at least I'm being charitable here, and I'm hoping I'm hearing her say this. She is saying that, without saying it, because I don't know why people can't just answer a question directly. She's saying like it is better to be in a relationship with somebody that you vibe with as opposed to just having a friends with benefits situation. If she's saying that, that's better. That's better. I would even challenge to even say that might even be good. But if that's not really what she's saying and she's kind of like in between, then I don't change my opinion about her. If she's saying that it's better to be in a relationship and committed to that relationship than to just have friends with benefits, I respect that. I respect that, and I'll take back that opinion towards her. I won't take back the opinion, but I'll take it off of her. I'll put it that way.
So you guys think it's men's fault why you are single and in a relationship at the same time?
Yeah, most of the time, me and my man.
Okay. That is stupid. Okay, so now... Okay, I'm going to save that thought. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. I'm going to save this thought. I'm going to let this the red-haired lady speak. And then I'm gonna expand on this. Okay.
It was breaking up because I heard some stuff about him from other people, so we'll be broken up. But then I love him, so I go back, like just the back and forth game. So
you know how I said earlier that she's lying about only having been in 2 relationships? The only reason why I don't think she was lying is because of that. She's probably only been in 2 relationships because she's been on and off with the same 2 dudes for a very, very long time. And in between those on and off stages, she was probably messing around with some other guys. She might not have been. I can't put that on her. But I can guarantee you that she's been on and off with a couple of dudes for probably years at a time. And did you hear what she just said? She didn't even break up with her dude because she saw him do something or knew he did something. She heard from other people rumors about what he had done and used that to justify ending the relationship. And you know who I'm also mad at? The guy who lacks the self-respect to look at a woman that operates that way and say, you know what? I'm cool. If you're not going to value me for me, if you're going to take other people's opinions about me over me and break up with me off of that, I'm good. I'm good. Especially if I was a faithful dude and I was doing my business. Yo, I ain't about to waste my time with that. That toxic nonsense. And again, do you see the chaos there? Do you see the breakdown in relationship there? Do you see the lack of stability there? I'm breaking up with you off of what I heard homegirl say or homeboy say. And just buying it. But I love him, so I take him back. Oh my gosh. That's not love. I'm going to say that. Sounds judgmental. That's not love. That's not love. That's toxicity. That's chaos. Masquerading in affection. And probably sexual desire. But that ain't love. How is love going to let you go based off what someone else said and then take you back on a feeling? Yeah, she can miss me with all that.
I have a question for you.
Wait, just one.
Okay, so before they ask that question, they blamed men for the reason why they're in these unstable relationships. So do men lead or do they not? Are y'all gonna? Okay, are we gonna be the leaders in the relationship? Are we gonna be the heads of household? Are we gonna be like the person in your life that you're gonna defer to for leadership, or are we not? Because you can't just make us the sole reason why your relationship is the state that it's in when you claim to want autonomy as well. Now, granted, these women didn't say that, and I don't know where their mindset is on that. But how? Well, if people out here are saying things like, we're not enslaved to men, like we don't have to do what men say, blah, 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 but at the same time want to blame men for the lack of relationship and where we're at, that tells me that I almost cussed. That tells me you're BSing. Like you just talking trash. And at the end of the day, you do want a man to lead you in a relationship. That's what it sounds like to me. I might be off, but that's what it sounds like to me. Dude, I hate the red pill community so much. I hate some of these dudes, man. I really do. But come on, bro. Oh my gosh, dog.
Well, just 1 second. So I think a lot of us kind of identify with that up and down and that toxic, that toxicity.
Toxic is a really good word. And I'm glad he said that. I don't agree with some of the stuff he be saying, but I at least I'm with them on that. Like, we definitely have adopted and normalized, and that is a dangerous thing. Don't take that lightly. We have normalized toxicity in relationship. And that is not good. We think that the more toxic and the more chaotic and the more unstable a relationship is, there must be so much burning passion and love in that relationship. When in all reality, it's just toxicity and chaos. Masquerading as love. And then y'all be looking stupid and looking around and wondering why your relationships never work. Because you don't value the things that you should value. Because we don't value the things that we should value.
And, thinking that the kind of more toxic the situation or the more instability within a situation, the more that you like and or love that person.
I'm a prophet. No, I'm not. I'm not a prophet. I'm not going to put that on me. I'm not a prophet, but doggone, I'm actually gonna give myself a little bit of credit here. I'm actually kind of ahead of the game in this video. I didn't realize that. I didn't even know he was gonna say that. I feel good about that.
True or false?
True.
Why do you think that is? Like, why do we have a culture that puts toxicity on a pedestal?
See, that's not
Right,
alright.
because that's what they used to.
But aren't you a part of they?
I'm not toxic.
She is lying. Look at the look on this woman's face. Look at her face. Look at her face. She like, girl, I know you. You better stop playing. Look at her. She don't even believe what she just said. She lying like a mug. That's actually kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. That's actually kind of funny. It's terrible, but it's funny.
I'm toxic. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, at least she's honest.
I am. I try not to be, but it just be it get me there.
That's a lack of accountability, by the way. In case y'all didn't know, that's a lack of accountability. And that's just as much a problem. Hopefully, if you guys are listening to this video and hearing what these women are saying, you're hearing a lot of instability, like I said before, and also just a lack of personal inventory. Like, she's admitting that she is, but is she doing anything to address that? Right? We can admit all day that we're toxic. That's not taking responsibility. I hope you guys know that. Just admitting that you are or have done is not taking responsibility, at least not fully. Taking responsibility and taking personal accountability means that you acknowledge it and you're doing something about it. You're not just saying, oh yeah, I'm toxic, and then you just continue to be toxic. That's not you're not taking responsibility for anything. You're just admitting what you're doing and continuing to do it. Taking responsibility is if she had said, well, yeah, I know I'm toxic. And she said she tries not to be, but I don't know what that means. But something takes me there. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
I'm a lover. I'm a lover. Ain't I? I'm a lover.
Let me ask you guys a question.
That is a... She ain't no lover. That's a lie. How you gonna love somebody and break up with them off of rumors somebody else said? And again, I'm judging. I am. Let it be real. Damon's judging today. The mask was off. It's still off. I guess I just have a different view of love. And I think we'll probably talk about that after I'm done with this video. Like, the way that she's the way that she's probably describing love, which is not a good definition, by the way. Okay, if based off what her definition of love is, then she probably is a lover. But the problem is that her definition of love is rooted in toxicity, instability, and chaos. That's not love at all. And I don't buy that, or I buy the lover part. But that woman is toxic.
How would you rate you guys on a scale of 1 to 10?
For what? What we rating on? Relationship wise?
No, like if a guy was just looking at you and saying, would rate you on a scale of 1 to 10, like what would you rate yourself? Scale of 1 to 10.
I hate these questions, by the way. I hate that question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? That's such a weird thing. And I get why they do it. I get and I absolutely know where he's about to go with this. Because Kevin Samuels was on this thing earlier. And any of you guys who know Kevin Samuels, when he starts going down when he goes down the dialogue tree, and he says things like, "What would you rate yourself? What's your dress size? How tall are you?" You already know where he's about to go. I don't think he is gonna cook like that. I shouldn't call it cook. I don't think he's gonna go in like that. But he's, I honestly, guys, I'm still getting my whole manosphere red pill video together, and I'm gonna do that at some point. But I need you, like, pay attention, not just to what the women are saying, but pay attention to some of the questions that these guys are asking. Because if you'll notice, if you've come across this community and you've come across this manosphere world, you'll notice that a lot of these people typically will ask the same type of question over and over and over again. And unfortunately, they get the right type of women that'll give the same answer that they're looking for over and over and over again. And that's another problem I have with the red pill community. They stack the deck when it comes to their presentation of stuff. Yes, there are women that probably think like this. Yes, there are. But you are not being honest. Because you're not showing the whole spectrum of women. Not every woman thinks this way. A good portion of them probably do, enough for it to be a problem, but not all women think like this. I refuse to believe that. And again, I'm an optimist, right? It gets betrayed in the way that I say things sometimes, but I am an optimist. Like I genuinely think in the good when it comes to things like this. And I genuinely believe that most women, well, I shouldn't say most. No. I'll say a majority of women. I can't even say that. Okay, I'll say a good amount of women, probably like 45% of women don't think this way. And then I think like 35 to 40% of women do think this way. And I think the other 20% are just crazy. And I think I would say 35% of dudes don't chase after women like this. I would say 45% of dudes do chase after women like this, and then the other 30% are incels. I'm joking, but I'm kind of serious. But yeah, that's just, this is nuts. This is nuts. If y'all want me to do more videos like this, let me know. But this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. It's actually kind of sad, honestly. Because it actually kind of confirms a lot of the stuff that I was saying before about, I don't think we know what we want in relationships. And some of us, what we do want is not what's actually good for relationships, man. This is terrible. I knew... Okay, so let's go back.
What would you rate yourself?
I already knew they were going to rate themselves 10s. Because that's how... That's how women like this think. Just there's no humility there. There's no humility there. It's hubris. And also, I will say this. I will say this. I think that most women will say that they're a 10. Not necessarily. Well, it is stemming from a place of pride. But I also think there's a part of them that's saying, no, I want to be self-loving. I want to affirm myself. I want to value myself. I want to say, I don't want to... Because I do think that these women probably have wrestled with a lot of insecurity growing up. Like most women do, and that's a problem. Like most women have body what's it called? Body image issues. They don't think they're attractive. They wrestle with that most of their lives. And so they overcompensate by going to the complete opposite end and saying, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. And although I think that's delusional, I do understand it. I mean, I do understand that. I understand the wanting to value yourself, right? I understand the wanting to actually big up yourself and not feel so down about it. But I also think, well, I don't know these women personally, so I can't say it for sure. But I don't think... I got to think about that more.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I'm a 10.
Me too. Definitely a 10. Yeah. If you can't see that I'm a 10, then yeah.
Okay, so some of you guys just noticed it.
Oh,
Pay attention to homeboy.
10.
Me too. Definitely a 10. Yeah. If you can't see that
Look at the look on his face. Now that look, homeboy right here, that look was this is what y'all came for, fellas, look. That was the go ahead and flame them in the comments look. That's the red pill, we just got our content for the day, gentlemen, look. He was probably smiling from ear to ear the very second these women started opening their mouths about relationship stuff. He probably already knew from the jump, this is going to be the best interview I've had all day. and he's definitely taking advantage of it because it's fulfilling his agenda. Now, granted, I'm putting a lot on this guy because I don't know him personally. I've seen a couple of his videos. I don't think he's as aggressive with this stuff as some of the other red pill guys are. So I'm not gonna say that, but I do believe that he definitely knows how to take advantage of a moment, and I think he's definitely doing that right here.
Number 10, I shouldn't.
So wait, are you telling me there's no room for improvement?
It's always
It's
room for
always,
improvement.
yeah.
So then you're not a 10, unless in the way that they're thinking about it. When they're saying they're a 10, they're not saying they're a 10 like they're perfect. They're saying they're a 10 in like they're an A. You know what I mean? Like in a grade, an A is like a spectrum. It can go from 93 to 100 if you were in my school, which was a terrible grading system. Or you could go from like a 10-point scale. So an A is like 90 to 100. A B is 80 to 90. C is 70, 80, so on and so forth. So they're probably not saying that they're a 10, like they're 100 out of 100. They're probably saying they're like a 91, 92. You know what I mean? Like they'll get an A on the test, but there's a couple of questions that they missed, and they could have corrected them. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's dumb, but I get it.
That's not going to take away from me being a 10 either.
So if you could improve one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Forgiveness. I have a hard time forgiving. If I'm
Again, you're a lover, but you have a hard time forgiving. And she did say earlier, I broke up with a dude because of what somebody else said about him, and then I took him back. So you took him back, but you didn't forgive him. Do you hear do you hear what but she's not toxic. Do you hear what I'm saying, y'all? Like, I hope you guys don't think I'm just making stuff up. Hopefully you guys understand by this point. I'm not saying these things like I'm all the way right. You know what I mean? Like, I titled this My Wrong Opinion for a reason. I very well could be wrong, but when I'm not gonna keep calling her stupid. But when idiots like this say stupid stuff like that, like it makes it hard for a brother out here trying to be like as even keel as possible. And like I said, I know I'm talking to a loud minority here, but the minority is not like 10%. Okay, it's like 30 or 40, possibly 45. There's a good amount of people that think this way. Okay? Now, to be fair, right? We all got to work on forgiveness, right? Christians, we got to work on that especially to a degree that a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with, but we got to work on that, right? And I can't say that you are just incapable of loving somebody if you struggle with forgiveness. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying in this situation, in this specific situation, she is connecting a lot of dots for me that are telling me that what she's trying to say about herself is not true. Apart from this stuff. As far as like the whole, like, I'm a lover. Granted, again, based off of her perception of what love is, I'm a lover. I'm not toxic. I've only been in 2 relationships. Like, these dots are connecting for me in my mind. I'm just hearing like, no, you are toxic. You don't know how to have a healthy relationship, and it only validates my stance even more when you say things like, I'm in a relationship Monday through Thursday. I want a cuddle buddy, and I struggle with forgiveness. Like, come on. Or I break up with you off of a rumor, but then I take you back because I love you. Like, yeah, I know what I get it. I get it.
Relationship with somebody and they do some shit that I don't appreciate, I'ma keep throwing it up and bringing it up to you because you shouldn't have did that whole ass shit. You shouldn't have did that to me. So then I get cuckoo.
I thought you said you're not toxic.
I'm not at this point.
Did you lie to me?
No.
She lies. Come on now. Stop playing this game. She keeps laughing because she knows the homegirl's capping. I don't use that term often, but yeah, she lying. She lying dead through her teeth. But she believes her lie. So it's like, to her, she's being 100% honest. But that's because she's convinced herself of this lie that she's been telling herself. And I'm taking this probably a little bit more seriously than I should, because I'm still looking for checks. I'm still looking for checks in their pockets, in their hands, because I'm having a hard time believing these women think this way. But I also know for a fact some of these women do.
Are you telling me there's no room for improvement?
It's always
It's
room
always,
for
yeah.
That's not gonna take away from me being a 10 either.
So if you could improve one thing about yourself.
These two enable each other a lot. I don't know how friendly they are with each other. I mean, they went to Vegas together, so I'm assuming they're decent enough friends. But I also can tell they enable a lot of their toxic behavior. Like, they don't really challenge each other to really do much beyond what they've been doing. You know what I mean? This is like, I'm going to stand by my girl no matter what until she makes me upset. And then it's F her, she fake, she this, she that. I hope not. These might be ride or dies. And they might be getting in each other's faces, like metaphorically speaking, like challenging each other to be better. But so far in this interview, I have no reason to believe that.
Self, what would it be?
Forgiveness. I have a hard time forgiving. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and they do some shit that I don't appreciate, I'ma keep throwing it up and bringing it up to you because you shouldn't have did that whole ass shit.
That's not, guys. That's not love. Let me just say that, okay? This woman is operating out of a lot of hurt. I can hear it clear as day. She gets hurt and she doesn't know how to process it and deal with it. So her only response is to make you a target. You can even hear it in the way she's talking.
You should have did that to me.
You know what I mean? Like, she takes it hard. And that's why I say, to an extent, based off what her definition of love is, I can understand that she's probably a lover, because she probably, to an extent, she probably had one of her relationships probably went bad because she gave him everything, or at least her mind everything, and he took advantage of it, did her dirty, all that stuff. And so she was just like, never again. You know what I mean? But the problem is, for her, she hasn't learned from that, so she finds herself in these situations again, which probably led to her leaving the relationship based off of a rumor, because she's like, anything I can do to protect myself. But she's not protecting herself because she keeps putting herself back in that same situation, that insecure space. And I can't say that the guy is not a bad boyfriend or anything like that, because I don't know. He might be doing her dirty. We don't know. But the problem is, if that is the case, she still doesn't respect herself enough to get away from the relationship. She still goes back. She still gets in there. But the problem is, she doesn't know how to process her hurt or how to deal with it in a healthy way. So all she knows how to do is lash out. And what that's probably creating in that relationship is, this dude's like, yo, this chick is always sweating me. She don't ever let nothing go. So what's the point of even trying? Now, granted, he might already be a POS and he's probably still doing it, and this is just making it worse. But what I'm saying is, this cycle is clearly cycling. It's cycling on hard spin. And she's been in hard spin for probably, I don't know how old she is, probably like 20, 15, 16 plus years, just dealing with this over and over again. And she doesn't know how to get out of it. And to be honest, she probably hasn't even thought about how to get out of it. And she probably doesn't even want to get out of it, because she was talking about how, like, well, she wasn't saying that. She was saying that toxicity is exciting. But yeah, man, like, she blamed men for the relationship stuff. Like, she doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of accountability being taken here. And then she keeps saying that she's not toxic, but she just keeps saying all this dangerously toxic stuff. Like, it just keeps going. Yeah. She's a case study right here.
So then I get cuckoo.
I thought you said you're not toxic.
I'm not at this point.
Did you lie to me?
No, if they did that to me, then, you know, it's just like, if you get me, I gotta get you. That ain't toxic.
That's toxic.
That is toxic. That is extremely toxic. That's not a healthy relationship. You know what that tells me? Now that I'm hearing her say that, she probably got cheated on, so she started cheating on him. That's what that tells me. Or she be dogging homeboy out every time he come home. Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit.
Payback.
Payback is toxic, y'all. Like, just leave. I saw it on Twitter once. Like, there was this video of this woman. She took the time out of her day. Apparently, she found out the guy cheated. She took the time out of her day to go to this man's house, break his TV, tear up his furniture, poured glitter all over, broke like dishes, did some serious damage, like lawsuit damage, you know what I mean? Recorded it. Unashamedly. This is what you get for messing with me. You should never F around like that. Find out you messing around with some bitch. You shouldn't be da da da. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro. And then I saw one guy retweeted it. And like in the caption, he said, "Women will do anything but leave." I was like, I mean, I wouldn't say all women, but like I get what he was saying. Like, why don't you just leave? Like, just leave. Why would you continue to put yourself in this position like this? Why would you continue to let yourself be in this insecure space? Why would you let yourself continue to be in this toxic relationship? Just leave. If the dude cheated on you and you don't have it in your heart to forgive him, just leave. Just leave. Why are you still with him? And I'm assuming they cheated. I don't know what went down. But regardless, if it's something that's hurting, like, why are you still with them? And this is the same for guys, but we all know mostly girls go through this. Like, why don't you just leave? And some of them will probably say things like, well, I didn't value myself enough. I normalized toxicity. And that's what I'm saying. That's a problem. Do you guys see what I'm saying when we talk about like the way that we engage with relationships and the things that we value? You see how this creates these spaces that people get in where two people are just tearing each other apart and they don't know how to break it off because they never learned how to develop healthily by themselves? This woman is probably scared to be alone. She probably doesn't let anybody get close enough to. I can't even say that. So it's that weird space where it's like, I'm letting you get close enough to hurt me, but not close enough to really know me. You know what I mean? Like that really, like it's a dumb space to be in, but it's like, I'm letting you in my space enough to be able to hurt me, but I'm not going to let you close enough to me so that when you, like, to know me, you know what I mean? Like, be intimate enough with me so that when you know that you're hurting me, it should hurt you too. Not because I'm going to hurt you back, but because we're so like connected in that way that when you hurt me, you hurt. Now, granted, based off what I'm hearing from her, she be messing with dudes that she should not be being intimate with at all. At all. I don't think, this is going to sound really bad, I don't think she knows how to pick a good man. I really don't think that she knows how to pick a good man. I think she be messing with a lot of niggas that be moving a type of way. Because like what Homegirl was saying, that's like the excitement. It's new, it's fresh. You don't know what's going to happen one day versus the other. I get an opportunity to talk about the drama with my girlfriends. I get to be able to be in that space that girls say that they don't want to be in, but they kind of want to be in because some girls just love drama and they love being around it all the time. Oh man, the nigga's texting me again. F that, F this, F that. I'm sick of this dude. And the next thing you know, you're shacked up in the house together. You're trying to make it work. You go back down the road again. You're breaking up again. You were messing with that bitch. Why you messing? And it's just all this all over and over again. And it just doesn't stop. And it doesn't stop because in their minds, that's how relationships work. And that's not how healthy relationships work. So toxic relationships work. And then like the cycle is on hard spin in this woman's life, bro. Hard spin.
That's what they say was going.
Why can't you just walk away, mama?
Man, I tell you, when I look, give me my dub, okay? Give me my dub. Come on, man. It's like I'm talking to this cat. It's like he got an earpiece on the other side and he's hearing me talk to him. Come on now.
Walk away. I just walk away that, you know, I like to walk.
That no, she don't. That's a lot. She lying. Hold on.
That's what they say was going.
Why can't you just walk away, mama?
I do walk away. I just walk away that, you know.
She doesn't walk away. She's lying. That face is a I'm lying face. Look at Homegirl's face. She like, girl, come on. Like, come on. I know about you. Okay? I know about you and Homeboy. I already know you were texting him. I saw it on your phone last night when we were in the hotel room. I know you still messing around with that nigga. Sorry, I keep saying that word a lot, but I know you still messing with that dude. Come on now. Stop playing. I was letting you get away with it when you said you weren't toxic, but now, come on now. It's starting to be a little bit too much. That's that face. That's what that face says. But no, she don't walk away. This based off how she been talking and how I've been listening to her, this is not the type of woman that just walks away. She don't walk away.
I like to walk.
How many windows have you broken in your life? How many cars? Let's get in there.
One car.
Uh-oh.
Never broke a window, but I did steal my baby daddy's car.
Big toxic.
I parked it at my auntie house, and it was missing for a week. He didn't know where his car was at. I told him to call the police and find him. He called the police, but he hung up. He was scared he might go to jail. So I knew all of his fears. So I listened to his fears. I made him turned off the water downstairs so he couldn't wash his eyes. But that's the old me. The new me, I'm not like that anymore. And it was fun as hell.
Are you what? What'd you just say?
So ladies, if y'all not like that anymore. And it was fun as hell. So ladies, if
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Man, when I'm right, when I'm on the money, when I nail it, I'm gonna start putting the counter up on here somewhere. Cause some of y'all better put some respect on my name. Y'all, I literally told you. I told you, bro. Women be moving like this. Did you hear that? You'll do anything but leave. Like, what is that? And she lying. She still be doing that. Nah, she lying. She still be doing that. She lying. She is lying, okay? Hear me. Hear me, hear me. That woman is lying. Ain't no way that woman got over that. She sounded like she did that stuff yesterday. And she was proud of it. Yo, did you hear what she said? Did she pepper spray him? What'd she do?
so I knew all my auntie house, and it was missing for a week. And
She stole this cat's car, bro. Oh my gosh, dog. She stole this cat's car for a week, bro. Cat's gotta go to work. What is wrong with you? And homegirl just laughing.
I told him to call the police and find him.
She laughing, bro. This is what I'm talking about. That is like, that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not funny in the way that she thinks. It's not. It's terrible. It's funny in that shock value type of way, but bro, cats be moving like this, bro. That's not healthy. That is terrible, bro. Just leave the relationship, man. You gotta take this cat's car. Like, why make him suffer? Because you're hurting? You're gonna ruin this cat's life for something. Granted, if he cheated on you, he shouldn't have cheated. But my gosh, y'all, just break up with the cat. You know what that is? That's a woman who don't respect herself. That's really what that is. That's a woman who lacks self-respect. That's a woman who lacks dignity. Because any woman who is doing that type of stuff, they're doing it from an insecure space. Because I don't know how to deal with my hurt, so the only way I can know how to deal with it, and the only thing that'll probably make me feel better, is if I make you hurt just like I hurt. That's what she did. That's not security. That's not a strong woman right there, okay? Can I say that? This ain't a strong woman, okay? This is a very, 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 very vulnerable woman. That's crazy, bro. What'd she say about his eyes?
He called the police, but he hung up. He was scared he might go to jail. So I knew all of his fears. So I listened to his fears. I made him turn off the water downstairs so he couldn't wash his eyes.
She maced him and turned off the water, bro. I don't know if any of you guys have ever like messed with the water in your house. But to turn off the water, like you gotta get under the sink. You gotta use tools to like crank it. Which means that she planned this. Which means that she took the time to, like, you can't do that in 5 seconds. You can't mace a guy and then hurry up downstairs and turn off the water. You turned it off before he even walked in the house. That's crazy, bro. And then get like, bro, that's that stuff I be talking about. You do that because you know you're a woman. You do that because you know you're a woman. Because if you were a dude, I guarantee you that if she was a man, or if she thought that maybe homeboy would get back at her in some type of way, or like hit her or do something crazy like fight her, she wouldn't be moving like that. She moving like that because she knows she's a woman and she knows that he ain't supposed to fight back. She's banking on that. And that's not a strong woman mindset. That's not, oh, you go girl. That's like, that is a weak-willed, insecure, cowardly way to move. And you know who I get? And I look, I'm already upset. Like, my mind is out the door with her. But you know, again, who I'm frustrated with? The dudes that keep getting back in these relationships with this woman. Because I guarantee you, she been messing with dudes that know dudes that have messed with her. These guys know the stories. And they're still messing around. I got no sympathy for these guys. Because they're just as dumb. They shouldn't be getting involved with this woman. Are you kidding me? But they getting caught up. They get involved. They probably thinking the sex is going to be on fire. All that good stuff. And then when she keys his car, he's just like, man, look, it's just he's probably pissed off, he's upset, he's mad, but he's like, man, shoot, this is what it is. That's just stupid, bro. This is golly. Bro, we're not even, it's only been 7 minutes, bro. Oh my gosh. Now I remember why I stopped watching it. I couldn't make it through it. Oh my gosh, bro.
But that's the old me. The new me,
Stop lying.
And it was fun as hell. So ladies, if y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass.
What? Whoa. Are you kidding me? And she wasn't even just speaking about her experience. She prescribed to other women that that's how they should act. Bro. This is the blind leading the blind. This is the blind leading the blind. And she ain't saying nothing. She's been laughing. She's been nodding her head. But every time she look away, look at the look on her face. But she don't want to speak up and say nothing to her. Y'all don't be talking to each other like y'all need to, man. Somebody should have been in that woman's circle telling her that, yo, what are you talking about? Like, what? You telling other women to beat on these guys? Do you realize how much danger that would put both of y'all in? Because you pushed the wrong dude and you're putting your life at risk. And she's saying it with all the bravado in the world. Do you have any idea how stupid a woman is? Mask off moment. Do you have any idea how idiotic that idiot of a woman is to say that really stupid advice? It's stupid for two reasons. Well, really three. One of them, because she claims to be a lover, but she's saying stupid stuff like that. That's not love, so she doesn't know what love is. Secondly, that advice is not for a healthy relationship. That is for a toxic relationship that is only going to make things worse. That's a domestic violence call. That's a child being taken by child services. That's you losing custody of your kids. That's you potentially ending up in jail or the hospital. And then thirdly, if you mess with the wrong dude and he starts fighting back hard, you are putting women's lives at risk saying stupid stuff like that. Mask is on slightly. That is the most ridiculous, stupid, and again, granted, look at the confidence.
And it was fun as hell. So ladies, if y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass.
The confidence. Look at the smugness in that. Look at the smugness in that woman's face, bro. There are women that are telling other women this stuff. How did she respond?
So ladies, if y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Have you
Look at her. Did you see this woman's face when she was saying all that? Do you see the look on her face? Hold on. Look at the loading screen.
If y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass.
Look at the loading screen.
Beat his ass.
Look at her. Look at her. She like, yo, my girl just said some wild stuff, but I got to ride for my girl, so I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. You see that look on that woman's face? That's what I'm saying, y'all. You got crazy. You got women moving real crazy, and you got women that ain't gonna speak up and say nothing. Probably out of fear. She probably like, yo, I saw what she did to men. I ain't trying to deal with that. This is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And we look at it and we call it entertainment. You know what I call it? I call it prophecy. Because it's only going to get worse. Unless somebody speaks up and says something against it. Look, y'all, like I said, y'all hate the red pill community, but the red pill community are the only ones that are really speaking out against that stupid stuff. Granted, they're also prescribing a lot of other really dumb things alongside it, but at least they're willing to say something. I don't see any of you ladies on here saying anything about these women need to get their stuff together. I don't see y'all doing it. If I saw you doing it, I probably wouldn't even be doing this right now. Now, granted, I didn't make this podcast just to dunk on women all day, so don't think I'm doing that. But at least in this regard, I shouldn't even have a space to speak on this because it should be filled with like 30 or 40 other women already speaking on it. It should be in the community too. But there ain't nobody. She ain't got nobody holding her accountable except the court system. And even they are in her favor half the time, especially in a domestic violence dispute. This is the woman that'll beat, I almost cussed, that'll beat a dude up. And then he swing on her once and she called the cops. That's the type of woman that woman is. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a mind reader. But I can tell you off the what I've been hearing, bro. This is terrible. This is disgusting.
Man,
Beat their ass.
do they hit you back?
Never got his back ever.
Did I not tell y'all? I'm gonna play it back.
Have you? Do you hit men?
Beat their ass.
Do they hit you back?
Never got his back ever. Like,
What I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? And you see how confident she was saying that?
y'all man, she's on y'all. Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Have you? Do you hit men?
Beat their ass.
Look at her. I beat that. She said it with such bravado. But you're doing it because you know he ain't gonna fight you back. How are you puffing your chest out when you're beating on a dude who ain't gonna fight back? How are you proud of yourself? How are any of you ladies that move like this proud of yourselves? Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are nasty. Y'all are cowards. Y'all are bullies. Y'all are evil, bro. This isn't a strong, independent woman. This ain't no strong black woman. This is a weak-minded coward who gonna press on a dude because she knows he ain't gonna do nothing back. I told y'all. And if they ever did, 911, back pocket. Government's her daddy. She gonna call her daddy. Mr. Policeman's gonna be her daddy that night. Come get this dude. This is disgusting, bro.
Do they hit you back?
Never got his back ever. Like,
Do you think it's not right that? Well, let me try to phrase it like this. I think like the idea that you could so like if I'm in a
Bro, just say it.
if I'm like fighting with a dude, we kind of expect, even if it's like a verbal altercation, we kind of expect that it can rise to the occasion. Oftentimes, men, when they deal with women expect, I can hit you, but you can't hit me back, because we kind of all grew up thinking that men can't hit women. So I guess, why is there different standards for men versus women when it comes to altercations like that?
well, it depends on a woman. Because, like, I'm going to probably, hit on you, but it ain't going to be like death hit.
I didn't even hit you that hard. Oh, stop being so dramatic. I didn't even hit you that hard. You all right? You ain't dead. Did you die? Did you die? That's that woman right there. She just talked about, I'm beating this man, beat his ass. Well, I don't hit him that hard. Give me a break, bro.
A man will knock you out. Like, really knock you out. Like, I'm going to do some stuff, but I ain't going to go. Like, I know how far to go with a man. You don't know the man that you dating. You know.
That is trash. If you know that, you wouldn't do that. you know how far to go. You shouldn't be going anywhere close to that space. You should not be crossing the violent physical boundary in a relationship. This is a relationship, keep in mind. She's telling you how to operate in a relationship. She's telling you how she operates in a relationship. This is not a healthy relationship. Ay, 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 bro.
His things that you can push his buttons to make him go crazy.
Why did she just say push his buttons to make him go crazy? Do you realize this is how women work? Some of these women work. They will intentionally drive you up a wall, but they say they won't go too far. This woman is playing a dangerous game. First off, she's playing a real dangerous game because she gonna end up messing around with the wrong dude. She gonna push that wrong button, and even those dudes that she's messing with, which she probably are messing with them because they ain't really. How do I say this? They're probably not really strong men in their own right. So she can probably bully them around and treat them any kind of way. But if she messed around with the dude that is really about that life and would mess her up real good, I guarantee you she would be changing her tune. She would not be moving like that if she stayed alive. Dude, this is actually making me sad, like, listening to this, dog. I'm almost depressing myself just listening to this trash, dog.
I knew he was gonna go crazy on me because he loved me. So
What? So, allowing yourself to be abused is love? Let's hear that again.
buttons to make him go crazy. I knew he was gonna go crazy on me because he loved me. So I just know I had a little leeway to do things. But if he was like a new person, I wouldn't do that.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what I'm saying? Bro, I'm predicting the future here. Like, bro, it's right there in front of you. She knows she can press that dude because she knows he ain't gonna do nothing until he does do something. Because every man has a breaking point. Every man has a breaking point. It don't matter how gentle, it don't matter how soft-spoken, it don't matter how passive that dude is. You could take any man to that edge, and when they get over that edge, very few of them will ever come back. She playing a dangerous game, and she's messing around, and she said baby daddy. She has a child? Oh my God, she has a kid. Oh my gosh, bro. Her kid is growing up in this. She is growing up in it, or he, whatever the child's gender is, they're growing up in this situation, bro. They're growing up seeing this as their example. That woman should not have a child. I am not taking that back. This woman should never have had kids until she got her stuff together. Now, being gospel-centered here, I hope and pray that she gets her stuff together and she and her children can heal. I'm hoping that happens. It could happen possibly at some point. But what I'm telling you is that she should have never had children while she's still thinking and operating this way. Can y'all imagine how that kid is growing up right now? They're normalizing this type of behavior. And they're probably going to do the same thing when they get older. Do you see how the cycle continues? This woman, I keep saying it, she's on hard spin mode, bro. She's cycling all day. And her mommy probably did it. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. My baby daddy, she does that because she knows they have a child together. And he probably don't want to mess that up. And so she's banking on that. So she's going to press him. She's going to swing on him. She's going to treat him any type of way because she's going to take advantage of that. Again, that is not a strong woman. That is a coward in a dress. That woman is a coward. She a coward. She a snake. Yeah, man. Yeah, men, stay far away from women like this, bro. Please do yourself a favor and do not mess around with women like this, dog. She's making this girl sound reasonable. And she said some wild stuff in the beginning. And you see the look, dude, pay attention to this woman. I'm just noticing it, but pay attention to this woman while she talking, bro.
To make him go crazy. I knew he was gonna go crazy on me because he loved me. So
Look at her say, I'm not gonna nitpick. She tried to say something.
I just know I had a little leeway to be able to do things. But if he was like a new person, I wouldn't do that.
But knowing that they can
That's
knock
crazy.
you unconscious, isn't that the reason not to hit men?
Not if it's my baby daddy.
What does that mean? So you get let me get this straight, right? Y'all hear my logic here as I try to break down what this stupid woman is saying. So you are willing to disrespect, physically assault, and just flat out be crazy towards the father of your child, but you're not willing to do that with another man. So you're willing to give a stranger more respect than you would the father of your child. You have more respect for a man you don't know than you do for the man who is raised. I don't know if they're living together or not, but helping raise your child. Still, come on, bro. Like, what is this? What world do we live in? What world do we live in where we think that this type of mindset is okay, dog? This is disgusting, bro. Dolly.
No. I mean, maybe.
So then should
Okay, so what did she say? Hold on. She said no.
that they can knock you unconscious, isn't that the reason not to hit men?
Not if it's my baby daddy.
No.
Wow.
No.
So
I
she
mean, maybe
So then
she right there with her.
So then so should men be allowed to hit women then?
Hey, no,
No.
absolutely not.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I can treat you however I want, but you better not treat me that way. I can disrespect you. I can call you out your name. I can mace you, turn off the water so you can't wash it out. I can steal your car. I can key your car. But if you even touch me, that's a problem. This is making me lose my faith in humanity, bro. Like, my optimism is slowly wilting away. Oh my gosh, it's only been 9 minutes. Like, I'm so tired of this. I think I don't even remember where I cut it off. Like, I now I know why I stopped watching this, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep listening to these two people say the most stupid, toxic, dumb stuff and continue to present this like this is supposed to be normal. No! This is not normal. Well, it's normal for us, but it shouldn't be. My Lord. Please help me. Oh my gosh, these women need Jesus. And I'm going to say that. Yes, I stand by that. These women need Jesus, bro. Ay. I need Jesus. I need Jesus right now. Because oh man. My Lord, help me. Lord, I hope these women get the help that they need, bro. I hope they get the help that they need. I hope that they start maturing in their mindset. I hope that they start realizing that they are being terrible examples, especially her for her child.
So you just want
Like, especially her. Like, I really need her to get her stuff together, Lord. Like, please help her figure this out. Because that makes me sick. The fact that she has a child makes me sick.
free reign to smack on men while we can't hit you back.
See, it's but the reason.
This
Why
is
am I hitting
it ain't like
That is like, bro, what? Oh my gosh, bro. Like, what? Why am I hitting you? Nigga, it don't matter what the reason is. You don't put your hands on somebody. Unless it's self-defense or your life's at risk. But like, dog, for real? And those are the type of people that be saying like, well, if you didn't do it, I wouldn't have hit you. That's what an abuser sounds like. That's what an abuser does. That's an abusive justification for what you're doing. These women are abusers. I'm going to say that. I'm gonna say that, and I'm going to stand by that. These women are abusive. How can you justify that? I can hit you. Well, no. It depends on the reason. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Unless he's threatening your life or trying to hurt you, there's no reason why you should put your hands on that man. Especially a grown man that you know ain't gonna hit you back. Give me a break, bro. This is stupid, man.
you
Like why can't you keep your hands to yourself?
No, like why did you have to cheat for me to put my hands on you?
Anything but leave. They'll do anything but leave, bro. Look at the look on her face. She thought that she said something just now.
Keep your hands to yourself?
Look at her.
Like why did you have to cheat for me to put my hands on you?
She really thought she said something. And look at her. She just nodding along with it, bro. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. All I have to say, imagine a man saying that. It's so easy to flip it over. It's not even subtle. It's right in front of your face. Imagine if a man said something like that. Like, shoot, I wouldn't hit my girl, but it depends on the reason. I mean, I'm allowed to hit her. It just depends on the reason. If she cheats on me, I'm going to beat her. It's like, what? But we let women get away with this stuff, bro. And we wonder why we have so much chaos in our lives. This is so stupid, bro.
Because you shouldn't be cheating. So if you wasn't cheating, I wouldn't have to put my hands on you.
Do you hear the justification? This woman maced her. It was probably her baby daddy. She maced her dude because he cheated. Do you realize when you mace somebody, they could potentially get irreparable damage to their eyes? I don't care if the dude cheated. Oh, yeah, y'all gonna hear me say some crazy stuff right now. I don't care if he cheated. I really don't. Call him a piece of crap, dog him out, and then leave. Or forgive him, move on, and work on your relationship. Not mace the nigga, cut off the water so that this man might potentially go blind. When I told you guys a couple pods ago how women will ruin men's lives and not give a second thought about it, some of y'all probably thought I was crazy. Yeah, do you think I'm crazy now? Oh my gosh, bro. This is insane, bro. This is insane, dog. Why did I hit you? That's some gaslighting, emotional, physical, abusive mess. If you had just did what I said, I wouldn't have hit you with the pan. That's disgusting. And these women think that's love. Again, they think that's love. They think that's what a relationship is. My nigga. Come on, bro. Anybody with eyes should be able to look at this and see that this is a problem. But we don't. We let it propagate. We let it continue to perpetuate itself. We allow it to be on we retweet it on Twitter. We like it on Instagram because it's content and it's hilarious and it makes us laugh, not realizing that the more we laugh and the less we say, the more it continues to make itself prevalent. And we have single mother households in epic proportions. We have kids growing up not knowing who their daddy is, thinking their daddy's dead or their dad is a deadbeat, or trying to be in their lives but the mom is keeping them away from them. Growing up, seeing their dad getting maced in the eyes. And y'all wonder, do I gotta say we gotta be conspiracy theorists? Looking around our shoulders, waiting for somebody to mace us in the eyes? No. What I am saying is, when you see this mess, fine, laugh at it, but realize somebody thinks that way. They genuinely think that way, they move that way, and they think that's the way they should move. Allow that to hit you just as much as it makes you laugh. Because I don't think this is funny at all. I really don't. Call me a stick in the mud, call me whatever you want to call it. This is not funny. This isn't even good content. I mean, technically it is if we're thinking about it in a disgusting, like, Hollywood way. But this is just flat out disgusting, bro. It's educational content for sure. But it's not good. This is disgusting. This is nasty. But it needs to be shown because some of y'all need to realize people actually think like this, bro. And some of you that think like this, y'all really got to get your stuff together. Because this is not the way to be. At all. At all. And some of you ladies out here that know women that move like this, y'all really got, please start speaking up. Please start speaking up and saying something. Because some of y'all are going to end up raising these children's kids for them because they're not going to have custody of them anymore. Golly, bro.
Like women just coming in, beating somebody ass or being like, only women are precious. We lovers for real. But it be a man at the line.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? They think it's love. We lovers for real. No, you cowards, you nasty, you move foul, you beat on men, you're abusive, you're a liar, you're toxic, you're disgusting. You need to get it together. Ain't no freaking lover. Give me a break with that mess, bro. And the dudes out here that be messing with you, they're just as foul. And they need to tighten up too. That's crazy, bro.
500 times, then you know your blood get to rising. And you don't even know you about to knock, you know.
And they think
It's your tongue.
She almost just said it. She keeps saying she don't be hitting dudes that hard. She almost admitted that she be knocking dudes out or trying to. Yeah, yeah. Men, please hear me when I say this, okay? I don't care how attractive these women are to you. I don't care. Stay away from women like this, please. I'm upset at this woman for the poor mother and poor example that she is for her kid. I'm not gonna stand by that fully because I'm being optimistic and I'm hoping that she doesn't show her children this. I'm hoping that she doesn't show her kids this type of behavior. I hope that she isn't telling her kids this. I hope that she isn't propagating it. I hope she isn't allowing it in the home. I hope that she's keeping her kids far away from this toxic mess. And if she is, then I actually give her respect because that's like, even if her life is a mess, at least she's willing to admit that it's not something that her kids should be seeing. And I can respect that, okay? I can respect that. So I'm not going to go full the way and say that she's a terrible mother. I don't know for sure yet. But if she is operating in the way that I think she's operating, and she's letting her kids be exposed to all this mess, she's a terrible parent. Terrible parent. Terrible parent. But they think it's love, bro. And I'm mad at her. But you know who I'm also mad at? The dude that had a child with her, bro. Guys, please start doing better with the women that you be messing with, dog. Because you got to blame yourself for this too. You got to take responsibility for the fact that you're allowing this stuff around your child because you just can't pick a good woman. And that's your fault. That's your fault. Because I almost cussed. But you just want to get your joint wet and you don't want to think about the consequences of it. And then you put children in situations like this. You're just as much at fault. I blame you sometimes even more so than the women that be doing this stuff. You really got to get it together. Because this is unacceptable, bro. Niggas got to stop moving like this. Because all it's doing is creating more damage in our communities. So yeah, no, y'all got to get it together. She got to get her stuff together, but y'all got to have more self-respect for yourselves, and y'all got to learn to not tolerate this nonsense and not keep putting I almost cussed. And not keep laying down with women like this. Especially unprotected, because I know most of y'all are rawing out here, and that is disgusting. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, nah, bro. Y'all, yeah, nah. You guys, men, y'all are just as foul for this, because y'all are the reason why this goes on too. Because they wouldn't be able to have kids if y'all didn't keep messing with them. So yeah, no, it's on y'all too. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's on y'all too.
That was strong form right there. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? What, like this? Like this? Is that how you supposed to?
That's not funny, bro. Like we're not. We can't laugh about this. Like that's. Nah. See that again? That's what I'm talking about. This is that content stuff right here. Nah, that's not funny. I get it. You're trying to lighten the mood. You're trying to be facetious maybe, or like trying to like make it like whatever. But nah. This ain't funny. We ain't joking around with this. We ain't joking around with this. That's terrible, bro. I'm gonna look at these comments in a second.
From back here. So why do you guys think that
That's not funny.
That women are kind of allowed more leeway with toxic behavior or being able to be physical or emotionally more abusive towards men than men are allowed back?
Men are toxic too.
Can I ask a question? Okay. Are you more likely to see physical abuse from men to women or verbal abuse from women to men?
Verbal.
Verbal abuse from women
And
to
I'm
men.
not discounting the physical abuse, but why is verbal abuse so rarely talked about?
I don't know. Cause I think they
It's an abuse too. Like, even though they ain't putting their hands on you, they saying hurtful things that hurt your feelings, or like saying stuff that make you mad. Like, that's still abuse to me.
Yeah, that's the reason we be wanting to fight them because the shit that they say. Like,
So what do you think is worse, physical or emotional abuse?
emotional. Well, hold on.
So you guys hurt us more, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's both. I'm gonna say both because it depends on who the person is. Like, how physical are we going here?
Because if I hit you, that's gonna hurt you. And if I say you a bitch or your mama a bitch, that's gonna hurt you too. So you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think I think the physical abuse, you can kind of see it. The emotional abuse can go undiagnosed, and I think the undiagnosed.
Don't worry, I was listening. I heard every word. I just can't keep doing it. I'm about to cut this video off. I really can't keep doing it, bro. I really can't keep doing it. I ain't even gonna react to what she said because this has just been going in a downward spiral since the beginning, and it's really starting to piss me off. I'm not gonna keep doing this. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing this, dog. This is disgusting, bro. And this guy right here, his questions are not good. Like, he's not challenging these thoughts. He's just kind of letting them talk. I don't know if he's doing it because he doesn't want to create a bad situation. And I'll give Kevin Samuels his credit. Kevin Samuels in this situation definitely would have been arguing with these chicks. He would have been calling them out, saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff to him because granted, for Kevin Samuels' flaws, he's at least willing to address when he sees things that aren't good. At least in his eyes, that aren't good. He wouldn't have just let this go. He wouldn't have made a joke about it. He would have been like, no, what are you doing? You putting your hands on men? Why? Don't you realize that puts your life at risk? And again, a lot of y'all were hating on Kevin. But you realize Kevin in this situation would have got all up in this woman's grill about this stuff. He wouldn't have made a lighthearted joke about her form being good. Like, yeah, that's the difference. I don't know this dude, but yeah, he didn't handle this very well. At least in the way that I would want him to handle it. If we're talking about just getting good content, then he did his job. But if we're talking about actually trying to address bad mindsets in our community and trying to do something to address it, he's not doing a good job.
Diagnosis of emotional abuse actually leads to a lot of people control alt deleting off the face of this earth, and it's unfortunate.
I mean, I get in this situation what he's trying to do, but it's just not. It's just not like you just gotta be upfront. Like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, that's just real. If you acknowledge that you be verbally abusing your dudes, that's a problem. Like, you're verbally and sometimes physically abusing your guys that aren't fighting back and can't fight back, and you think that they shouldn't fight back. Yeah, men, avoid women like this like the plague, please. Protect your peace at all times, because this ain't worth it, bro. And then you bring kids into the situation and you just make it worse. Like, yeah, no. This is unacceptable. This has got to stop. This has got to stop, because this... I'm stopping the video. I can't keep doing it. I'm sorry. I can't keep doing it, bro. Now I remember why I stopped it. Now I remember why I walked away from this, because this just made me so irritated. I just, yeah. I'm looking at the comments just to see what some people have been saying. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The comments aren't giving me much hope either. Yeah, guys, just please do better. This is disgusting, y'all. This is disgusting. Like, this isn't okay. This is not okay. I pulled my hair out. I haven't even looked. I don't even know what I looked like on camera. I kept pulling my hair out, bro. I was stressed out. That's just embarrassing, bro. That's not funny. Like, I know y'all be looking at it and laughing, like, ha 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 ha, that's so funny, that's so funny. Like, y'all need to realize that's that's real life. That's real life. People move like that. People move like that, and they raise children in those environments, bro. That's what this social media stuff has me, like, all tight about, bro. Like, y'all be looking at this stuff like it's a joke. This ain't a joke, bro. These people have no peace. They have no peace. They have no stability. They don't know what real love is. They don't have healthy relationships. And they're raising children that are continuing the trend, bro. You know what? We're going to look it up. We're going to look it up. And y'all going to call me a negative Nancy. Y'all going to say I'm crazy, that I'm this, I'm that. Call it what you want. We're going to look it up. Statistics on fatherlessness. I did this a long time ago. Y'all are not going to like the numbers that you're going to see. This is where I got it. I used to subscribe to Fatherless. I'm going to talk about fatherless homes at some point. Where is it? Fatherless for infographics. I mean, infographics are okay, but they're not the best. Okay, so we're gonna have to look at actual numbers here, but just this is the general idea of what it's like for children that grew up in fatherless homes. This was in the census of 2021, 1960 to present. When a child is raised in a father-absent home, they are affected in the following ways: 18.4 million children, 1 in 4. 1 in 4 children grow up without a dad or at least a father figure in the home. 4 times greater risk of poverty, more likely to have behavioral problems, 2 times greater risk of infant mortality, more likely to go to prison, 7 times more likely to become pregnant, more likely to face abuse and neglect, more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol, more likely to be obese, more likely to drop out of school. Guys, I grew up in a fatherless home. I should not be applauded as an example of I made it, you can too. I avoided becoming a statistic only because of God's grace alone. And let's not I didn't come out of this clean. Your boy struggles with depression. And at one point in time I had severe clinical depression and was contemplating suicide at multiple points in my life. Like, I didn't come out of this okay. Now, granted, that wasn't all on my dad. Some of it was just the situation I grew up in. Some of it was the stuff I was exposed to as a kid. But, like, I am not, and I will never do this. And I really don't want people to do this. I don't want people out there to think it's okay that you grew up without a dad, because I made it. You can too. That is extremely harmful. Because for every one of you, there's 3 other ones that don't make it. I'm sorry, let me take it back. For every one of you, there's 1,000 others that don't make it. You're an anomaly. I am a statistical anomaly. The fact that I didn't end up in jail, have a child out of wedlock, didn't commit any serious crimes, didn't drop out of high school and graduated with good grades, that is God's grace alone. I could have just as easily went off the deep end and went down a path that wouldn't have me here. it would have me as a byline on a news article. Yeah, we're going in a little bit more of a serious direction only because I feel like it's needed. I was trying to find the shorter statistics for what fatherless homes grow up in. You can just look it up, honestly. You can Google search this and you'll come across a lot of articles, scholarly articles, everything. People are noticing that this has been a problem. African American homes, it's even worse. Oh, where's it at? The fatherless dot, what was it, the fatherhood.org usually had it. They usually had it ready. I'm trying to find it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Dang it. I thought I knew where it was. They might have switched it up. That probably was it. I know people get sketchy when they think about this, but this is backed up by data. They didn't just pull it out of their butts. Guys, this is a problem in our community. Like, we can't keep sitting in here and laughing in these situations and not thinking about the implications behind it. Like, it's embarrassing. I worked in the public schools. I worked in public schooling. I worked for children's services. I worked for human service agencies. I've seen this every day. Almost every single caseload I had, and almost every single child that I taught, especially black child, didn't have their dad, even growing up, didn't even know who their dad was. Do you have any idea how much of a problem that is? To the point where we've normalized it, y'all. I'm not going to go too deep into the research. I'm probably going to have to save this for a different podcast. Because I actually want to make sure I do a good service for it. Oh, Lord. Children of single parent by race. So single parents, 52% American Indian. That's terrible. 64% in our community. Dude. Hispanic or Latinos, 42%. Non-Hispanic white, 24%. Two or more races, 40%. Like, we're leading the pack. And it's not even close, bro. 5 million. Now, granted, the Hispanic community has more, but their percentage is lower. Same thing with white folk. The number is more, but the percentage is lower. That's what I'm trying to show you. In our numbers, like, we're disproportionately representing ourselves in this situation, man, and it's a problem. And then people look at these videos and they laugh like, ha 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 ha, isn't toxicity hilarious? And then they wonder why they have all the problems that they have. You realize some of these people that have been robbing you, right? Some of these people that have beaten you up, joined a gang, went to jail, shot your friend, they grew up in homes like that. They grew up in environments like that where they were normalizing violent and toxic behavior and didn't think that they didn't think anything about the consequences to their actions. The tone took a shift in the podcast, and I think it needed to for a reason. Guys, this is a problem, all right? Independent of the jokes and the laughter and all the stuff that we like to do in these situations, we really need to think about the implications behind allowing these types of rhetorics, allowing this type of mindset to continue to propagate in our community. It's just making our situations worse. I'm a father, right? also, so I can't help but thinking about how this affects kids. Like, bro, I've talked to children. They are throwing their lives away. Just throwing them away. Because they don't have stability at home. And look, sometimes you can't avoid it, right? Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes the dad, just a deadbeat, don't want to accept responsibility, just dips, right? Sometimes same thing. Dad, you're raising your kids. Mom says I'm done. She leaves. That happens. But what I'm saying is, even if you're in a single parent household, a lot of these single parent homes don't have stability. They just don't. They don't have stability. They're in chaos all the time. I've called parents. I've done house visits. There is no stability in these homes. Chaos is the norm. Toxicity is the norm. Violence is the norm. And the kids that grow up in these situations normalize that behavior. They expect it. And then they end up being another TikTok video. They end up being another Twitter video. They end up being another Instagram video. They end up being another YouTube video where there's 1,000 likes, there's 1 million views, or 100,000 views. Everybody's and the laughing emoji, not realizing that that person is living in absolute chaos, and we're turning it into a show. Look, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it is funny to see people do crazy stuff. Saw a video once on Twitter where like this girl was on the top of the dude's car. She was like she wasn't letting him go. She reached her hand into the car. He like closed the door on her arm and started driving off. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't laugh, but I was like, bro, that is nuts. What? Like, I was shocked laughing, but still. But immediately after, I was like, bro, what are we doing? And that's just how I think. That's just the type of person I am, unfortunately. And I want to challenge you guys to start thinking that way, because I think if there were more people in these men and women's lives that had the ability to say, like, bro, what are you doing? Or, yo, sis, no, this ain't the way to go. At least we would be attempting to try and fix the problems that are going on in our community. Because right now, all I see are people chasing clout, people trying to get likes on Instagram, and nobody's really challenging anybody to be better. People are going in debt, going on trips to Boca, and are losing half their life savings to make it happen because they want to get 1,000 likes on a Twitter feed. Like, it's pointless. It's pointless. And it speaks to what I was talking about before. We bankrupt ourselves trying to pursue things that don't matter. We adopt mindsets that are completely toxic and damaging to our communities, and then we look back and figure, I don't know what happened. We look back like, oh, I don't know. That seems really bad. Somebody should do something about that. Not me though, because I'm too busy getting likes on the gram. Like, that's how people be moving. Am I part of the problem because I showed the video? You know what I mean? Because I know some of y'all will listen to me, hear what I'm saying, and be like, dang. Yeah, that actually is bad. And some of y'all will be like, oh, shoot, that video was actually kind of funny. Let me watch the whole thing. I think, even though I might have, like, increased the viewership of that video, even a little bit, about, like, 2 views, if there's at least one person that looks at that and says, no, we got to do better. If there's one person that watches this video and goes back to their community and knows the friend that in their lives that's doing that and has that serious heart-to-heart conversation with them about, like, yeah, listen, sis, like, this isn't the way to be. I've done my job. Because apart from entertainment and wanting this to be, like, an enjoyable experience for everybody, and I would like to think up to this point I've been doing a pretty good job of that, I also don't want to deny that I feel a responsibility. Granted, I'm just some guy, so you always got to take what I say with a grain of salt. But at some point, I do kind of feel the responsibility. I feel like there are times where I do feel the need to actually say something. Like, it can't always just be laughs. It can't always just be giggles. It can't always just be exciting entertainment. Like, I will say probably up until like the last 5 minutes of the video. I mean, I was frustrated. I was upset, but I was like, all right, yeah, man, this is crazy. This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm frustrated, but I'm enjoying it with y'all. You know what I mean? But that last time when I stood up and just walked off, put the hoodie on, I was just like, this isn't even funny anymore. Like, this isn't even enjoyable anymore. This is just getting sad. Like, it's just getting sad. And it just stopped being fun anymore. And now we got to have that real talk. So don't mistake it. I wasn't in the beginning of the video just like absolutely livid. I was livid, but I was livid in that content like podcast way. You know what I mean? It was genuine, but it wasn't like making me sad. Now it started making me sad because the reality started setting in, and I realized like, bro, this is terrible. Like, this actually is genuinely terrible. I just saw 2 grown women think that it's okay to beat and verbally abuse their men and laugh about it. I saw a woman with all the bravado in the world admit that the only reason why she puts her hands on her man is because she knows he ain't gonna fight back. And then had the nerve to say in the camera to other women to start beating their men. Can you imagine if a man said that? I don't hate it. I need to keep saying it. I will keep drawing that parallel because every time you hear me say, imagine a man said it, and you say immediately in your mind, no, that's terrible. You need to start applying that to these women. Because if it's terrible for a man but not terrible for a woman, that's a problem in this country. You understand that, right? That's not good. That's not a good thing. That's an indication of a deeper issue that needs to start getting addressed. Like, we really do have the nerve to look out into our communities and wonder what happened. Like, we see videos like that, we laugh at them, we share them, we post them, we make jokes about them, and then we have the nerve to look out into the community and see the effects of people like that, and be like, I don't know what happened. It's goofy, bro. It's goofy. I'm not saying you can't enjoy the video, okay? I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. I'm not saying you can't be like, they're crazy. I'm not saying that, but when it stops there, that's when I say I have an issue with it. You can laugh at it, you can enjoy it, you can take it for what it is. But at some point, you got to process and realize, dang, people really do think like that. Like, you got to at least learn something from it. You know what I mean? Like, don't just sit there and just consume it and just treat it like an everyday thing. Like, realize that it was an actual person. I hope. Well, actually, I don't hope. I actually kind of hope that it wasn't. But let's not lie to ourselves and pretend like that even if that was a show, there are people that move that way. There are people that think that way. There are people that act that way. There are people that talk that way. That person might have got a paycheck and they might have just been putting on the front, but don't act like that art doesn't reflect reality sometimes. I'm not going to call that art. I'm not going to put that way. But let's not act like those videos don't reflect reality, at least in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And again, I'm still going to allow myself to be optimistic. I don't think most of you women are moving in that way. I don't. But I do know that a lot of y'all know women that are moving that way and aren't saying anything about it. And you're part of the problem. Yeah, I'm going to say that. You are part of the problem. And the dudes that know dudes that are messing with these chicks and aren't saying anything about it, you're also part of the problem. Ooh, I know. Dangerous thinking. Like, how dare you attribute to me a responsibility? Are we a community or not? Or are we just flexing on Twitter and hashtagging BLM so we can feel good about ourselves? Are we a community that actually cares about helping each other out? Or are we really just doing this all for clout? Because if we really are about being a community and looking out for each other, that includes getting in the dirt, getting in the nitty gritty, and calling out your brother or sister or whoever your friend is that's doing this foul stuff, and actually have the conversation with them about actually doing better. Because some of you wannabe woke fools that come out here saying things like we care about the black community, but then will retweet these stupid videos, propagate them, laugh at them, and make jokes about them, and do nothing to address the social problems that are coming from those things, are just as bankrupt and bereft as the people you claim to be above. And when I say bereft, I mean bereft of any type of integrity. You're just as foul as they are, because you claim to know better, but aren't doing anything about it. You're just as bad. The mask has been off. It ain't coming back on. Probably till the end of this video. Yeah, y'all. This is a problem. And I'll repeat it. Yeah, you can enjoy it, but don't just let it sit there, bro. Don't just let it sit at enjoyment. Don't just retweet it and laugh at it. Really think about the fact that there are people moving like this and they're ruining their lives. They're ruining their lives and the lives of their children. The Bible says, it's in Ezekiel, the Bible says, if you see your brother in sin and don't say anything about it, the blood is on your hands just as much as it is on theirs. I'm paraphrasing grit. I'll look it up. I'll make sure I'm not misquoting it. So let's just do it. It's Ezekiel, I think 30. Ezekiel 30, somewhere around there. Hey, if you're not a believer and you don't want to hear me going over scripture, feel free to click off. This ain't for you. But, where's it at? It's the Watchman. This isn't the one. Do I have the Bible on here? Do I have it on here? I do not. I have the concordance. There it is. BlueLetterBible.org for those Christians who want to like look up the Greek, the lexicon and all that stuff, and try to understand what the Greek is in the context of scriptures and what some words are saying and what they actually mean. Blue Letter Bible is a really good resource. Bible Gateway. Bible Gateway is a good resource. If you want a pretty good Bible, online Bible resource, Bible Gateway is pretty good too. I want to say it might be Ezekiel 33. Yep, there it is. Ezekiel 33. Let's use the ESV because I'm not a heretic. I was playing. I'm sorry. I'm serious, but I'm capable of joking. Okay. Okay. Okay, so when I say to the wicked, oh my Lord, when I say to the wicked, you wicked person, you will surely die, and you do not speak out to dissuade them from their ways, that wicked person will die for their sin, and I will hold you accountable for their blood. Yeah, this is for Christians in the body. So I mean, if you're a non-believer, you don't have to take like that in a biblical sense, but understand the principle is still the same. Like, for those of you who know better and don't speak up and don't speak out when people are doing things that you know are wrong, especially, well, I'll say this: if it's somebody that you know, I'll just put it in that way. Because again, I don't expect y'all to go out of your way to talk to strangers, because most of y'all won't do it. So I'm not going to put that on y'all. But some of y'all, I'm talking about the people you know. I'm talking about your people that you operate with, the people that you move with, your friends, your family. Within reason, you have to admit that these are people that you have a relationship with, that you care about. You see them, you know what they're doing is wrong. You're not calling them out on it. You're just as much guilty as they are. Granted, in a court of law, you won't get charged with anything, but we know, and you should know. You have if we are a community, we have a responsibility to each other, not just to have fun with each other, but to also challenge each other, to also encourage each other, to build each other up, but to call people out when they're doing something foul. And if you're a Christian, that verse was for you. And if it convicts you, good. Because it convicted me. I've had to have a couple of conversations with a couple of my brothers before, and they weren't fun. I didn't like it. Well, yeah, I've had a couple. I didn't like it, but it had to be said. It wasn't fun. But our relationship grew because of it. And something I gotta realize, like, you can't just keep letting nonsense just slide, man. If we're a community like we say we are, and we're not just fishing for clout, we gotta start getting into the nitty gritty with people, man. And be willing to have those tough conversations with people that we care about. Or just admit that you really don't care about them. You just want them around for the moment, and you could give 2 Fs if they live or die. Or you could just admit that. And in which case, you have to also admit that you're a spineless coward. I know. Tough words. I know. There are words that I know you don't want to hear. I know it makes you uncomfortable. I know it's hard to hear. But I understand what I'm saying. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to myself. It just wouldn't sit well with me. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't sit well with me. And there are times where I felt like that. Like, man, I must be a real coward because I see my brother. I just gotta say something to him, man. It just ain't right. It ain't sitting well with me. Like, I've had those moments. I've had those moments where I just wanted to let it slide and let it go. Yes. But I unfortunately, I read the Bible. So I came across that verse one day and I was like, oh, crap. Or in James says, like, if you know what you ought to do and don't do it, you are a lawbreaker. It's the same thing. It's just applied differently, but it's the same principle. Like, if you know what you need to do and aren't doing it, that's a sin. So yeah, and again, I will put the mask on. Yeah, I'll put the mask back on. I really think we can do this, y'all. It's not so far gone that we can't fix it. It's never gonna get back to what it used to be, but it can be better. And after a while, it can be probably even better than what it used to be. Because I think some of us have had the fortunate experience of being able to look at the mistakes of others and actually learn from them. Or learn from the mistakes of your parents and realize that that's not the way to go. And have actually been taking steps towards improving your life and the life of those around you. Good for you. I'm sorry, that looked like a joke. I was genuine. Good for you. I'm serious. That's great. Please keep doing that. We need more people like you. Because you guys are going to be the ones that are going to make the difference. And it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be the entire world. It doesn't have to be the city that you live in. If it's just your community, if it's just your circle of friends, if it's just your family member, your brother, your sister, even if it's just one person, that's one more than was before. I'm proud of you. I don't know you, right? You don't know me, but I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you and I hope you keep doing it. Non-believer or believer. Because that's an awesome thing. And that needs to happen more in our community, especially in our community. I think we can do it, y'all. I think we can. I really do. I really do. I genuinely believe that if we really allow ourselves to receive that truth and move forward in a way that is worthy of work, of like walking in a way that's actually seeking to build up, we can actually start creating more healthy, stable communities. We can start building more fulfilling and loving relationships. We can actually have healing in our communities again. We can actually start talking about what real love is. We can actually have those hard conversations again, and we can actually grow as a people. And not just us. Like if you're not black, this still applies to you. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. It's not exclusionary. I'm just saying, like, we got to talk about it. I talk about us because I know with us it's a problem, and it's more of a problem than it should be. But like it applies to everybody. And we can do it. You have it in you to do it. You don't have to be eloquent. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to have it. You don't have to have the fat. Like, it would be nice if you did. It would help you. But you don't have to be like the most best speaker in the world. Just come from the heart about it. Be like, yo, bro, I understand. Like, you love her or whatever, but you got to realize, bro, she ain't good for you, dog. y'all ain't good for each other, man. And I know, I know how we grew up, bro. I know you ain't trying to have no kid growing up in that type of stuff, man. I'm just like, please don't go. And look, I didn't read the second verse, but the verse says, after you warn them and they still do what they do, the blood is no longer on your hands, because you warned them and they still did it anyway. So we also have to accept that reality too. You can have these conversations with people and they'll still do the same stupid stuff anyway. But the difference is that you engaged, right? You actually interacted. You fought against it. You pushed against it. You said, no, not here. And that will have an effect beyond that interaction that you probably won't ever realize or notice, because you never know who's watching. But you have no idea what type of seeds you plant when you do stuff like that. Who knows? The child of the parent that heard you say that, right, might have heard that and actually locked that in and kept that with them for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Or they might have heard their parent talking about it later, like, man, I can't believe he just said that. He told me I was messing around, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, wait, what? He'll prick that ear up, like, wait a second. He said what? So that's not normal? You have no idea. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have no idea. Even if the person themselves don't change, you have no idea how much that will impact the greater whole. I call it like, I'm sure this is nothing new, but it's like throwing a rock in a pebble, or throwing a pebble in a lake of still water. That one moment, like, we can only see the rock going in the water, but we can't see the waves that come out after that. Because if you ever watch, like, throw a rock in water, those waves will go almost the whole length. Not the whole length, but it'll go longer and further than the rock ever went. And some of us have got to just realize maybe just throwing the rock is enough. And that wave will kick, and it'll go further than we may have ever realized. I'm just saying, y'all, we can do this. We just gotta be willing to dig in. Yeah. We just gotta be willing to dig in. And for us believers out there, we gotta be willing to rely on the Holy Spirit. We gotta be willing to rely on God's grace, and His power and His strength to help us, like, engage in those conversations with people that we need to have. Even when it comes to sharing our faith. I know people don't like hearing us say that, but at least have the conversation. Hey, man, how do you feel about Jesus? Well, what if I told you blah, 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 blah? And kind of like, what if, what do you mind if I tell you what I believe he is? And kind of go from there. That's how I've evangelized to people before. Like, at times I'll just ask them, like, hey, how do you feel about Jesus? Or do you know Jesus? Do you know who he is? Do you know what he stands for? All right, well, do you care if I share, like, what I think about him? And then I can turn that into a gospel presentation. Like, I think he's the Son of God. I think he died for our sins. And then I believe, like, we were born in a sinful nature. We were born to have a relationship with God. But because we wanted to be like him, we broke our relationship, and sin came into the world. And since we were born in a sinful nature, we were destined for hell. But Jesus, because of his love for us, decided to come down and sacrifice for us. He sacrificed, and he rose on the third day, and he showed himself to be God. So we follow him, we worship him in that way. And he's our Savior. He's our Lord. God, we have a relationship with him again. We turn away from our old lives. We turn towards him. You know what I mean? It ain't got to be perfect. Obviously, hopefully over time you get better at it and you're able to articulate it cleanly and more efficiently. But God has a special grace for people who have a willing heart. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't preaching no heresy. As long as you ain't preaching no heresy, you're good. God does love you. And the fact that you're even trying. He knows. He knows and appreciates it. So don't let yourself get discouraged by that. And if you do get discouraged, share that with the Lord. He's more than willing to hear you out. He's heard me out plenty of times. Because I'll tell you, I've botched a lot of evangelism moments. Like, I've botched a lot of them. Your boy was on fire, but he was not learned. He was just. Oh Lord, I could tell stories. One day I might, but yeah. Now God's grace is sufficient, even in those moments. Just allow yourself to be bold enough to have those conversations, because it's about love. You know what I mean? It's really just about love. And part of love is allowing people the freedom to accept what you have to say or not. But you did your job. You shared what you needed to share. You said what you needed to say, right? And at that point, it's on them. Don't ever feel the pressure like you gotta change people. You do that, you'll run yourself crazy. It's not about changing people. It's about speaking. It's about speaking the truth, and it's about it's about speaking the truth, and it's about making a stand. Because sometimes most people just need that push. They see one person do it, and it gives them the confidence to do it, and then that gives another person the confidence to do it. You may very well be in the chance. You might be standing in a really good spot right now. We might be standing in a really good spot right now where we have a prime opportunity to be that pebble in the lake that causes tidal waves. We could be the people that do that. It could be us. Why not us, right? Why not us? Why not you? For believers, take what I'm saying and apply it in that way. For non-believers, like, why not us? Why can't we be the generation that turns it around? Why not? We don't have to buy into all the crap that they're trying to sell us. We can rise above it. We can engage in our communities. We can make better choices. We can love people well. We can strive to heal from our wounds. We can be better people, and we can love others well, and we can strive for them to be better as well. Like, we can do that. And it doesn't have to be changing the world overnight. It can be as small as your friend group, your community, the people you're around. It can be that small. And honestly, I would dare to say it has to be that small. Grassroots, like, that's how change can happen, bro. Dare I say that's how it should happen. I mean, obviously we got people that want to go up to the administrative and the political legislative level. Of course, yes, fight that battle. Please fight that battle by all means. But we have to have both. We have to have people out here in the everyday life doing our part. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to be that leader, or allow yourself to be a part of what makes the movement stronger. Allow yourself to be another additional force to the wave. I think it's possible. So yeah, that's the podcast for today. We hit 2 hours, a record. Clearly there was a lot to say. If you guys stuck with me for this long, just know I love you and I care about you, and I thank you for your patience, because your boy is very long-winded. And guys, please hear me when I say this, okay? I don't expect you guys to sit here for 2 hours and watch these videos all the way through. I don't. That's why I timestamp most of my videos, because I understand. Sometimes you just want to skip around and get to the good parts. I get it. If you want to take it in waves, if you want to watch a half hour here, a half hour there, if you want to watch 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, you don't have to sit through the whole thing. If you want to, great. But you don't have to. I wouldn't expect you to. I don't even do that. But yeah, as always, guys, I love you guys. Check on your strong friends. Love is not toxicity. Love is also not affection. Love is action. Love is sacrifice. Love is making the hard choices. Love is celebrating. Love is weeping. And love is choosing. Stop normalizing toxicity. Abuse is not okay, no matter who it comes from or where it comes from or what led to it. Normalize hard conversations again. Normalize hard conversations. Your mental health is important. Take care of yourself. Allow yourself to experience the beauty and the freedom of saying no. Maintain healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries. Allow yourself to love people out of the overflow of caring for yourself. And for believers, allow God's love to fill your soul and pour out of your soul and minister out of the overflow. A cup half full might be a cup filling up. And a cup half full is still water that can be drunk. Follow me on Twitter. I'm just playing. All right, that's it, y'all. Love you guys. Have a good day. As always, peace.